Hello, welcome to Move. My name's Mitch, and this is your stretch series. Let's get started. So today we're going to do a little bit of work opening into your thoracic spine area, which is the area where the ribs literally join on to the spine. So from the very base of the neck, almost down to the upper waist. We're going to work to gently open that part today. So doing this work standing if you can. Well, let's interlace the hands, press the palms forward toward the screen. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. And then from there, as you exhale, press the hands forward. Let the shoulders roll forward as well. Now, when I say roll forward, I don't want you to hunch upwards like this. And then just let your head fall between the arms there. And then from there, take a nice deep breath in, stretching all the way up. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands down just to shoulder height. And I'll turn on a bit of an angle so you can see here. With the palms facing upwards, I want you to engage your core here so you're not going to lose into the lumbar spine. So a little bit of core engagement. Okay, lift up through the heart and you're going to lead backwards with the thumbs. Okay, that movement comes from the shoulders. And I want you to be aware of squeezing your shoulder blades together. So I'm not hunching upwards. I'm not throwing my hips forward. I've engaged this part of my core, but I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together. So they should be feeling a nice stretch coming out of the chest, as well as a little bit of thoracic extension here. And if you're shaking a little, that means you are engaging your core, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's release. Bringing your right hand to your hip, your left arm up, legs nice and straight, just a nice lateral stretch here. Okay, making sure that that left shoulder hasn't fallen forward. So the heart lifts, the right hand is actively supporting here. A couple of nice deep breaths into that left side body. And then we're going to inhale to come all the way up. Same thing to the other side. Left hand, that's an active support one there. Legs nice and firm. And making sure you're working laterally or working sideways. So nothing's falling forward, nothing's tipping back. And again, just take on feedback here. It's a really good time to get in touch with your breath. Your breath will always give you the feedback that comes from any of these stretches. Let's inhale to come up. And then from there, if your balance is a little bit unstable at the moment, you can hang on to a chair or a table or the kitchen bench or whatever's there. But let's reach up and pick up the left foot and just pull the heel to the backside. Okay, now those of you that are feeling stable and strong, you could try working with two hands. I'm not feeling so stable and strong today. So I'm going to hang on to my pretend table right here. Okay, a little bit of a stretch for the front of the thighs, the quadriceps. That's it. And you'll notice I'm trying to find a gaze point, a fixed point with my eyes. It always helps when you're gazing just at one thing that doesn't move when you're trying to balance on one leg. Okay, let's come on down and let's shift the weight consciously into the left foot. Start to unload the right foot. If there's a chair or a table or something you want to hold on to there, some of us even just like to have the arm out. And then try fixing your gaze on one point as you slowly pick up that right foot. What I've noticed from my years of teaching standing balance poses, if you try to do it quickly, you'll probably fall out. So do it nice and slow. And the key isn't to nail the pose. The key is to just get stable. Okay, eyes fixed on one point, making sure that there's still breath. And there's still ease, right? There you go, good. And let's release. Okay, a little bit of a neck stretch to finish with today. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. A couple of nice deep breaths there. Now if it feels okay for you, in this pose, roll your shoulders back and down. Okay, bring it back to center. And again, without forcing, without expecting it to work the exact same way on the other side, let's go over here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, keep the breath flowing well here. And then releasing. That's where I'm going to leave you today. Thank you for joining me at Move. My name's Mitch, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome to Move. My name's Mitch, and this is your stretch series. Today I'm going to be leading you through a series of stretches that have been specifically designed to be done for desk sitters at your desk. So let's get started. So today I'm going to be offering you some neck relief with some stretches, and these are perfect for sitting in your chair at your desk. So as we do this work, I want you to move away from the back of the chair, come forward. So you're sitting right on the front edge of the chair, but you still feel stable and your feet are flat on the floor in front. Now the reason that is so your spine can stay tall behind you. And if we need to curve the spine, we can. I'll talk you through it, but it's good to keep the spine tall for most of this work. All right, so let's just get a little bit of a warm-up happening for the head. Can you make a bit of a loose figure 8? With the very top of your head. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, feelings into some of that mobility, some of those little weird crunchy sounds in the back of the neck, and then coming back to center. Keeping the spine tall behind you, we're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Okay, spine tall, and then from there, roll the shoulders back and down. And then just take a few breaths here. So knowing that we're on the same page together, that stretch is for the muscles coming out of the side of the neck down across the top of that left shoulder. And so let's keep the head on the right side. Let the chin release down without the spine collapsing. And you'll notice the sensation move and change a little bit on that left side of the neck. Okay, lift the head up again, keeping the head on the side, drop the head a little bit, and then we bring the head back to center. And then pause to take a breath. Isn't it interesting when we've only done one side, you can feel a lot of opening on this side, and this is what's actually normal. That's the bit that always puzzles me too. Let's try the other side, not pushing to the point of pain. Left ear to your left shoulder. Now I'm going to remind you here to sit tall through the spine. Just roll your shoulders back and down. Take a few deep breaths here. Okay, particularly with these stretches, the sensation we get when we first head into the stretch is quite significant. It's not just you, but just make sure it's not pain. And then keeping the head on the left side, we're going to slowly say yes with the head. And then drop the chin down. Keeping the spine tall behind you. And letting your breath just process the feedback that's coming in there. Lovely. All right, let's inhale to come up. All right, now the really strong muscles at the back of the neck, particularly as desk sitters. When you're facing your desk, okay, sometimes we end up like this after quite a few hours of work, so the back of the neck can get very tight. So this stretch is going to hopefully just even out some of that tightness in the back of the neck. So nice tall spine. Drop your chin down into the throat. Tall spine behind you, but let go of your head. Now for some of you with neck sensitivity, that may be quite enough for you. But for those of you that feel like you want to push a little further, just take one hand to the back of the head. Now you need you to understand the difference between pulling. We're not going to pull, we're going to guide your head forward ever so slightly. So it's almost like giving a little helping hand there. Make sure the shoulders aren't hunching. Make sure the spine is tall behind you. And then pay attention to the breath. Okay, if it feels weird with this arm, try the other arm. Maybe that shoulder might feel different for you.
Okay, keeping the spine really tall behind you. And then let's release. Okay, lift your head up and say yes with your head. There we go. Thank you for joining me at Move. My name's Mitch, and I'll see you again next time.
Welcome to Move. My name is Jan and this is your breath series. Today we will be practicing Nadi Shodhana. So let's get started. Nadi Shodhana is also translated as clearing breath. And in the yoga it works on helping to balance the breath between the left and the right hand side. In that way it helps to balance our more rational side and our emotional side. So with that, it helps to clear your mind. But one thing that it does as well, it helps to deepen our breath. It helps to clear carbon dioxide out of our body, and in that way create more oxygen into our cells. That helps to support concentration, helps to support our clearing of our mind, and it gives us a lot of space in our body. So let's get started with it. Now, first thing that we need to practice on is the position of our hands. With Nadi Shodhana, we'll be closing off and alternating the left and the right side. So for that, I would recommend you to reach your right arm out in front of you. Yeah? Then your index fingers and your middle finger will go towards the space in between the eyebrows. So it can rest there a little bit. It's kind of like creating a bridge between the right and the left side. Your thumb goes towards your right nostril. Your ring finger goes into the left nostril. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slowly filter some breath in through both nostrils. Now the way to do that, and the easiest way to do that, is to just gently press your thumb and your ring finger onto the nostrils. So there's still a little bit of space to breathe in. And just see if you can now take a nice long and slow breath in through both nostrils. So to create a little bit of a breathing sound, yeah, and then as you exhale, breathe out through both. Good. Now that you have an understanding of that feeling, what we're going to do, we're going to alternate right hand side through left hand side. So you're going to close your right nostril. Yeah, your left is halfway open, and just take a nice long inhale, closing your eyes. Then close your left nostril, hold on to the breath for a little while. See if you can lengthen through your crown of the head, see if you can rest your sitting bones into the ground. And then open up your right nostril, breathing out through right. Good, a nice slow breath in through your right hand side. Closing your right nostril, just holding on to the breath for a little while. Sometimes helping to draw the lower belly a little bit more in can help with that. The lengthening through the crown of the head. And then breathe out through left. Good, so that's one cycle. Let's do another cycle. So you're breathing in through your left hand side. Soften your shoulders, relax your arms. Close. Open right and breathe out. So you can decide your own pace. Yeah, we're breathing in through right after your exhale. Let's feel that breath moving into your nostril. Close right, hold to the breath for a little while, and then breathe out for left. So it's really slowing and pacing the breath in such a way that you feel that it calms your mind, that it fills your lungs, that your mind gets a little bit clearer. Take an inhale for your left side. Close left. Open right, breathe out. Inhale through your right. Close right, hold on to the breath. Open left and breathe out. Good, now let your right hand rest down onto your lap. Close your eyes. See how you feel. Yeah, you might just be a little bit more aware of the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. So it's a beautiful preparation for meditation. It's really nice after a yoga practice. It's very clearing in the morning. And that was Nadi Shodhana. So this was Move. My name is Jan, and I hope to see you soon in another session.
Hi there and welcome to Move. My name is Emmanuel Brown and this is your meditation series. Let's get started. Today I'm seated here on a pillow, but otherwise you're most welcome to be sitting on a chair. I do recommend, however, for meditation that you don't lie down because it's very easy to nod off, and meditation is about being alert and intelligent. So today we're going to start with a Zen meditation series. We are going to be working on clarifying the mind and understanding what's going on in there. So this will help you become more able to understand your mind and more able to understand meditation itself. So let's close the eyes down and begin. Begin to bring attention to your breath. Soften your shoulders and soften your throat. Soften the back of the neck and soften the heart and belly. And allow all the little tension centers in your body to unwind. Now we're going to practice categorizing your thoughts. As you sit quietly and bring your attention to your breath, I want you to notice whether you have a thought about thinking, whether you're thinking about, let's say, shopping, your friend, your work, and I want you to label that thinking. If you have a sensation that arises, such as maybe a tight back or heaviness in your buttocks or a sore shoulder or a little itch or scratch, try not to scratch it, but just label it feeling. If a smell happens to come your way, label it smelling. Now you're likely to find yourself labeling a lot of thinking, and that's quite natural and normal. Don't get down on yourself or frustrated in any way. Continue just to simply label. And if you do get caught on a trail of thought, just bring yourself back without any frustration, back to the labeling process. Thinking, touch, smell, feeling. So as we label our thoughts, our sensations, we do not create any more association with them and therefore start to concentrate your mind. Continue keeping yourself alert. Be diligent and pay attention. Quietly labeling, thinking, feeling, or feeling. Continue to bring your attention back. Remember, no frustration. Simply labeling. No emotion attached. Simply labeling and sorting your mind. Now let's slowly take a beautiful deep inhale and a very long slow exhale. Well done. You may gently open your eyes now. Thank you for joining us at Move. My name is Emmanuel Brown, and I look forward to meeting you again.